everybody, welcome to my channel. My name's Gemma. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you like the content that I do, I'd really appreciate that, and I really appreciate if you're watching this video just to write me a little comment down below. It absolutely means the world to me, and I love replying to everybody's comments. I'm going to be talking you through day 3 of my vacation because I didn't get much clips really on this day, so I thought I'd just do a little bit of chat really, chat with you because I haven't for a while. So my vacation was a couple of months ago now. It was in September, so like looking through all this footage now, I know it's like a little bit, it's taken me a long time to do it actually, but that's because we had Vlogoween or Vlogtober, whatever you want to call it, where I did daily Halloween videos, so I couldn't really fit in much of my vacation footage there, but I did include like some of the Disney Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. So everybody, welcome to day 3 of the USA vlogs. Today we're moving, we're going to our Airbnb, so that'll be fun. We're both panicking really because of this Storm Dorian business. Mainly people in the UK are like texting and sending things on Facebook saying, oh, Storm Dorian, are you okay about Storm Dorian? Somebody sent me a link on Facebook saying that it's going to hit Disney World, so we're a bit concerned because we're flying on Saturday night. Isabel, you've had people telling you things as well, haven't you? Yeah. So we're just a bit, we're trying not to worry actually, but today's moving day, so we're going to our Airbnb, so you'll be able to see that later. I've like got all these bruises on me. Do you want to see them? Like, look at this. This is what coming to America does to you. A big bruise there, and look at this one on my leg. Like on the inside of my leg for like no reason. And Isabel's got bites, I've got bruises and Isabel's got bites. It's a bit weird. I just thought I'd show you this bottle of Pepsi. Look how small and fat they are. It's still like the same or similar measurement. It's got 591 ml. It's a bit weird, isn't it? 591 mils, but I suppose they do it in fluid ounces, so it's 20 fluid ounce, so it probably must just round it off to that. I got up really early, but it's still 10 o'clock. We packed our things up again. And we didn't have any disasters, I don't think, apart from Minnie Mouse, but we haven't had any since. We went for a walk yesterday and we got a pizza, even though we'd already had McDonald's, and pancakes in the morning. We had a pizza that night and it was quite nice, but it wasn't from like a spectacular place, so it wasn't like a proper New York pizza, but it was nice, and there was like loads of toppings on it. You know, normally at home you get like just a few toppings. There was like mountains of toppings on it, and I did show you, but I'll just show you nice and quietly on today's vlog, that in case you couldn't hear it because I showed you in the middle of the street. I bought these yesterday from Party Central or somewhere it was called. Pumpkins, apples and hayrides, and this one, which says Spice Baby. It's a pumpkin spice. We've took the elevator down into the basement to do our recycling because it's very bad here. Americans don't seem to recycle much, so we're finding out what you do in this apartment.
We've gone in the garbage room.
We're in the garbage room. It smells like garbage, doesn't it?
Right, what's this?
Oh, it smells in here. It smells like the bin men. Oh, there is recycling. You said that they didn't recycle.
Well,
I'm sorry, America.
they don't recycle
They've got a
in
vast
the street though, do they?
bins of recycling going on. I think you should apologise to the American nation.
I'm not apologising. They still use plastic bags a lot.
Right, which is which then?
You're a rigid plastic.
How do you know? It says the same thing on it. It says the same thing on every one.
Go for it for going.
Oh, so I can put my bottles in there.
Yeah.
Bye bye, butter. Oh,
Look, they've got a clothes bag. That's quite good.
what?
Clothes bag.
Said Isabel that said that nobody recycles.
Well, I just
They even
think-
recycle their clothes in New York City.
Well, we recycle.
Well, I know.
But I'm
It's the same as at home, isn't it?
They don't recycle in the street, do they? I didn't see any bins for recycling.
What's your thoughts on that, Isabel?
Well, I just think it's a bit wasteful, America. I mean, did we really need a pancake, those 3 massive pancakes? When I've seen a lot of hungry tramps eating our bins.
East Courtyard. Centre Courtyard. Oh, he did say there was a gym.
Oh, it looks a weird gym. It's just like...
I don't think I'd want to come down here, would you?
No. I mean, it could be grottier.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a bit spooky. Somebody could be down here, couldn't they? One of those tramps that were eating out the bin.
I like this little... Oh, let's not just pull... Oh look, it's here for us.
Oh, it waited for us.
Up to 6 again.
Yeah, I forgot my dollar bills, y'all. We didn't show you the lift. Oh, there's a camera on there. Hello.
Oh, it'd be Rolando today. Sammy's off.
Oh, he hates us anyway. Oh, is he back then, Rolando?
Yeah. He's working today to make sure no unwanted guests enter the building. Because he must know everyone, mustn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a carnival today, isn't there?
It's Labour Day.
It's Labour Day and there's a carnival, but we can't hear any noise yet. They were setting it all up yesterday. Right, we'll go back and get my money. Then we can finally go for breakfast at brunch again.
Oh, Gemma, we've got to turn all the lights on again.
I was too busy charging all my things. Talk about Labour Day in the USA, which is the 2nd of September, just gone. So of course we were there. We were staying at Isabel's. If you're a bit confused where we're up to in the vlogs, currently we're in Gavin and Julia's apartment because we stayed there for the weekend, for that Labour Day weekend. Labour Day's on the Monday. It's like a bank holiday basically, what we have, like a May Day, something like that, what we have over here. So everybody had the day off work, so it's super busy everywhere. Of course, just like a bank holiday, we call them bank holidays over here when you get a Monday off, like everyone gets the Monday off. Just like a bank holiday in Britain, it was the same over in the States, and it rained in New York anyway. It was like quite amusing to me because it was like just like British weather. It'd been like boiling hot, and then all of a sudden we had this gloomy day. And I think it might have been one of the only days where we actually took our like jackets out with us, and it was just because it was raining. It was still warm, but it was just rainy and gloomy. We went into Brooklyn. There was a massive big like West Indian parade going on in the borough where we were staying, and that was sort of taking over everywhere, and all the roads were shut and everything. So we went for breakfast around there, even though it was really busy everywhere. And I asked for toast, and I got this like cake toast. I think it's called French toast. To me it's like cake, and it had like berries and syrup and like powdery stuff all over it. It was really nice, but I just like was really wanting just some like bread, basically toasted, like something savoury. But I had that in true American style. I had sweets for my breakfast.
I don't know what
For me. But there's lots of police everywhere. Isabel.
Take a picture for your mum of all those police and say, yes, Mum, I've seen some police.
Shall I? Today's breakfast we're in Shane's in Brooklyn, and we've got, I don't know what it is. French toast with, what was on it then? Berries. Walnuts and berries. It smells very cinnamony. Isabel's got the same thing today. What do you think?
Good. It is cinnamony and I don't like cinnamon, but it's not overpowering.
And like smart and funny. So I like to laugh out loud sometimes, like what's kind of actually fully changed.
The weather's like England today.
They like reestablish the power.
It's raining.
Sorry for him, so I started to like him.
We weren't sure what to do because it was quite a miserable day. So we had like a pass. You can get a 5 attraction pass. I think it's $99 I think we paid, or around that price. A couple of the attractions we weren't quite sure what we were going to do with. So I've always wanted to go to the Museum of Natural History in New York. It's just opposite Central Park there. I wasn't quite sure where it was until we got there, but it's just like directly opposite Central Park. It's obviously where Night at the Museum is sort of loosely based. Some of the attractions that you see in Night at the Museum are actually in the museum. Not all of them though, and it isn't like identical. I don't know if it was filmed there, but it is really awesome. So we went there because it was raining. It was quite busy because again it was Labour Day and there was lots of people off work and children and everybody, so it was quite busy, and but it was a really, yeah, it was a good experience really. Yeah, we quite enjoyed that. I would recommend going if it's a rainy day, if you're really into that sort of thing maybe, but if you're only in New York for say 4 or 5 days, which a lot of people go to New York for, I don't think I'd waste one of my attractions on that one unless it is raining and there's nothing else to do, because you don't want to go up the skyscrapers when it's raining because you're not going to see anything. I would say go to the museum, and that's what we did, and we enjoyed it. A lot of walking around. It is massive, it's huge, so many floors. Isabel was excited because she got her penny present. We're in the American Natural History Museum today on day 3 because it's raining. Storm Dorian on its way. Oh, look at the size of the rhinos. They're big cows as well. Oh my god, look at those ones, Isabel.
Oh no, look how deep the room is. Don't even know what that is. It's water buffalo. It's like how they painted the scene, like for each.
Yeah. I suppose it's a bit better than normal. We're just hoping that nothing comes to life. There might be that big. What's he called? That the Hun.
Oh, Attila.
Yeah.
That blanket that's on your bed. I like the way they've sprinkled some snow.
Or as stuffed animals go.
I think it's because of the background.
Yeah.
The British one, they're just in a
They're not very interesting, are they?
No, like this one, they put it in snow.
Yeah, see, it looks really good. Oh, High on the hill is a lonely goat herd. How sweet they look. Oh. And these are the ones where the little cowboy comes to life. I can hear a penny smasher from a mile away. And then after we went there, I think it started to brighten up, and we just like strolled down into Manhattan, and we went into some shops. We went to Century 21 where I found Halloween things. And then we went for some lunch, sort of like a late lunch, where I had a bagel somewhere. We went to just some like random cafe, and then we just like strolled around. I actually discovered this day that there was a HSBC in New York, which is very random because I didn't even know that HSBC was in America. Moving day. It was the Monday, was the day we were allowed to check into our Airbnb, which I told you about in another video. So that was really awesome because I was really excited actually about going into the Airbnb. But it was nice to have our own apartment, and the apartment was nice, but something did happen, and when we arrived there, it was a bit of an issue getting there as well, because the West Indian parade was like in full swing, and when we got off the subway station was like right near Gavin and Julia's apartment. And when we got off there, you could tell, like, I don't know, there was just like drunk people and people lying around. And this was only at like about 5 o'clock, which did have a lot of security on that day. They do have a doorman, and you know, when you see in the films and TV shows and you see these like New York apartments, they do really have doormen in real life. So it's quite cool. So he was there, and he had some of his friends there to help him to make sure nobody like wandered into the apartment. So we went in and we got our suitcases, and then we sort of thought, oh, how are we gonna get back to the Airbnb? Because it literally wasn't far away when we looked on maps. It was like, I'm sure it was like an hour's journey, maybe an hour's walk, just under an hour's walk, 15 minutes I think it was. So it was walkable. But remember, we had our massive cases with like everything in them, and they were heavy. So we walked our cases through like Brooklyn, and it was quite an eye-opener, because you would literally go through where Gavin and Julia lived. It's quite a nice area, but you were sort of like, it's quite a strange place, like Brooklyn. To me, you'd sort of like be in one street and it'd be like really run down, and there'd be like some sort of like, I don't know, questionable characters hanging about, sitting on the stoops there, listening to music, you know, sort of like that environment. And then you'd walk through and you'd be in the next street, or block as they call them there, and it would be like beautiful, all the houses maintained, you know, lovely tree-lined streets. We literally walked through all these different environments. There was one big massive busy road. I didn't film it. I wished I'd filmed this, really wished I'd filmed this, but I couldn't really manage my suitcase, my backpack, everything, and hold my phone. It would have been a bit silly, really. We got to this like one of the major roads, it looked like, and it was like really hard to cross, and it was like absolutely gridlocked with cars. There was a petrol station, or a gas station as they call them over there, and there was like people just like sitting with their children on the pumps, like on the gas pumps. It's a bit weird. It's just like something that you wouldn't see over here. You wouldn't just see somebody like loitering around there. In fact, they'd get cleared off, like. But I don't know whether they were wanting to put people's petrol in for tips, because things like that seem to be a common occurrence over there. We finally got to our apartment, but that's not where the dilemma ends. We had to, in Airbnbs, they always have these, you know, like a key safe. And they're normally on padlocks, so they're padlocked to something, and they'll give you the code to that, and then you can go and get the key out of that, find your padlock and get the key out. We managed to do that, managed to find our apartment, but couldn't get in it. Key wouldn't turn. Of course, we'd had this issue at Gavin and Julia's, and we'd solved that. It was our fault. We were doing it wrong. We didn't understand the locking systems of the USA. Much different. You don't just turn it like that over there. It's different. We thought we were doing it wrong because of that. We tried all ways. Some guy was going into his apartment next door, So we asked him, but he like must have thought we were well dodgy, because he was like, what do you mean? Is there someone in there waiting for you? You're waiting for someone to let you in? We were like, no, we've got the key, we're staying here, blah, blah, blah. He eventually like helped us with the key, and he got in straight away. Like he opened the door, It was mad. So we just laughed because we thought it was us again. But then we stood at that door, and both of us tried to... Obviously the door was open now, and there was one of us in there that could let us in, so we weren't locked out. We could not get that door to budge or open anyway. Our hands were virtually like bleeding. I'm being a bit dramatic there. Our hands were sore from like trying to turn this key. It was not budging at all. We were going to snap the key, if anything. So we had to go on FaceTime to the woman that owned the apartment, but she said she lived upstate, and it would be like 3 hours and she couldn't get there. It was Labour Day, blah, blah, blah. So she wasn't going to help us. She was like telling us some like random story to go to some bar. Yeah, so the lady wanted us to go to this bar that apparently she owned or something, which was nearby to where our Airbnb was. But then she changed her mind. It was all a bit odd. We FaceTimed her. I think she really thought that we were just stupid and we couldn't use the lock, and we had to like demonstrate it on the FaceTime that we couldn't do it. It was all like really bizarre, like a typical thing that always seems to happen to me when I go anywhere. Anyway, the only thing was that we'd had nothing to eat. Well, we'd had our cake toast and we'd had bagels, but we hadn't had a main meal, and it'd been like we'd marched through Brooklyn with our suitcases, and we were hungry anyway. It was like nearly midnight at this point. Right, we're here at the Airbnb. Yay! Yay! So we're going to do like a tour of it. First of all, we've had a bit of an issue, haven't we, Isabel?
It's Gemma. It's her impact when we're doing Airbnb. I've never had an issue on my own.
The key's broken, so we can't get in or out, so we're just sort of stuck here. It's getting sorted out tomorrow. This bedroom, let's go into bedroom number 1. This is the bedroom I'm going to have because it doesn't have any aircon in it, and I don't really like the aircon very much. Find it weird. Oh, there's a book. Dead Until Dark. Yeah, so there's a fan here, and there's a sofa, and a mirror, and 2 bedside cabinets, and that funny lamp thing up there. And well, the bed's a bit hard, but it's okay. And then this one's Isabel's bedroom. She's got the aircon here. Oh, it says blinds must be up, Isabel, when aircon is in use.
Oh, I guess because it will go.
Yeah. So that one's it. Isabel's got some fancy lamps in hers, and that fancy lamp, and a secret cupboard. Oh, it's a wardrobe. Oh, I don't think I had a wardrobe.
You've got hooks.
Oh yeah, I've got hooks. So this is the living room area, and there's these like funny pictures, which would be nice, but then they've got like weird things wrong with their eyes and stuff.
It's weird, you can't have a bath in here.
Why?
There's no plug. It's just one of those fake baths.
Oh, is it?
Look, how would you put a plug on that?
Oh. This is the bathroom Isabel's showing us.
It's a very small toilet, like.
Yeah. Small child's toilet.
You should have come in
Basket
with
full
me.
of toilet rolls.
Some flushable wipes.
Flushable wipes. What are those? Oh, some face wash.
I don't know how you get.
Oh.
Weird, the light is inside.
This is the shower, and look at this design of ferns. That's the bathroom with the fake bath. There's some bins here. If you need to take the garbage out, the garbage chute and recycling closet are located at the end of the hall to your left, exiting the apartment, not app. There's the kitchen bit.
I hope there's plates and cutlery.
All the pans are hanging up here in case you want to do some cooking.
Oh, there's some...
Oh, there's beans in a different language. I didn't know they had beans in America. I thought they were like pudding. And there's some Nutella. Oh, these are handy. Coffee machine. Don't know how you work that, to be honest, because we just have kettles in the UK. We just make our coffee with a kettle mainly. What are you getting out? Plates ready for the... We're going to have a takeaway again. Well, we have got no choice. Oh, they've got Quaker oats. Oh, they've got these cups that they always have, blue ones.
Like beer pong.
Yeah.
I'm so hungry now.
Isabel's so hungry, so she's getting the plates out. Some cups there. Look at this little tiny sweet chopping board.
Oh, I've got a small one at home.
Would you like to do some chopping?
For garlic. Then you don't have to wash your whole bowl.
Well, that's a good idea.
Or
Sink,
sometimes I do
everything.
it for chicken breast.
There's a freezer
A little tip for you there, farmers.
with a chicken breast.
Look, this is
Lots
quite
of
cool. Did you
condiments.
see that that's how they put the wires of the garlic farm?
Shall we have a beer?
I was going to, yeah.
Oh, we're going to have a Blue Moon beer.
Let's see. Oh,
I've never actually tried this. It's like Ryan Upchurch's song, Blue Moon. Of course, there's a Wi-Fi there. We've got Wi-Fi now, so I'll be able to actually do my videos. And there's even some umbrellas, which we could have done with today. Not as a wide selection like Gavin and Julia had. What else can I show? Is that everything? Oh, Isabel set the table ready. I'll put the Blue Moon. In fact, have we got a bottle opener?
yeah, the thing's over there on that, under the island is that drawer.
Oh, I didn't look in all the drawers. Sorry, everyone. You nearly missed out on the cutlery. With some paper plates and a large chopping board. This is a rather big oven for an Airbnb. More things. Offs.
Well, I've never used Uber Eats before.
Oh, there's some money in here, Isabel.
I know, you're raised.
Oh, euros. Somebody's left them behind. Sorry, where did you say the... Oh,
This one under the island, the top drawer.
I didn't notice the island. There's two chairs there. It's like really spacious apartment, really. There's a nice view.
I mean,
Wow.
it is a nice apartment. We've just had a stressful time.
Yeah. Can't see the view. I'll have to show you the view tomorrow. There's all these. Oh,
Yeah.
Isabel, they're real, these plants.
Oh, well, the clinical water there.
More artwork here. Very strange taste in art, really. But this one's like an alleyway with a man.
What's this? Have you ever watched The Handmaidens?
No, my sister raves on about it.
This is different from Julie and Gavin's. It's touch.
Oh, we've got Apple TV.
Shall we watch a film?
And that's the whole of the apartment, so...
Oh no. Fine, $13.90.
Oh, we don't want to pay $13.99 for Pokemon, because we could have watched that on the plane for free. When we were on the plane, we didn't watch any films. We just kept putting them on and turning them on. So hopefully, anyway, tomorrow, this situation will be sorted out, and we can stop stressing about it. The lighting's not great. Might be better in here. Seems to be a lot of light in here.
Oh, Sex in the City is not here.
What? Sex in the City? Is that why? Is there no Gossip Girl?
Gemma, I'm trying to find it because can't like find.
Lighting's actually alright in here. I've got my laptop with me, so I'll be able to like edit some videos now. Because the Wi-Fi is actually quite good. I should have done a live stream and showed everybody this apartment. I might do one tomorrow. Anyway, I'll see you again for another video tomorrow. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye. I'm very hungry, so I'm going. We didn't have American numbers, that's what I want to say, and so we couldn't always order takeaways, but we used an app, like one like like one of those ones where they bring it to you and someone brings it in their car. So we Just Eat, we called it over here. I can't remember what it was called over there. So we used that, and they bought us some Chinese noodles, and that was a bit of an epic fail almost as well, because they didn't bring it. We were tracking the car. That car took the meal back. Then somebody else picked it up. They bought it. Isabel went down to collect it, and he was a bit rude to Isabel. Anyway, the food was really nice. We ate that and we were super tired, and then we went to bed, and that was it. That was the whole of our day. So that day was probably, we didn't do much as in terms of like attractions and exploring New York, but we did do a lot. There was like it was like a super tiring day. Hope you enjoyed seeing day 3 of my vacation, and I will see you again soon for day 4. Bye bye.